Morning, everyone. So, I've decided to do a series on trading the financial markets, and so we'll be starting from the history of trading all the way down to actually trading. And yes, so every week we're going to be releasing maybe one or two videos, and then we'll just be taking it gradually down to the last. So, today we are going to be looking at history of trading. Number two, market makers. We also talk about types of traders and then different markets being traded. So, so the first one, history of trading. So, like we all know, the word trading is quite a general term, and if we look back at many years ago, we can see that the word trading has already been used, or even though um we might not really know, but yes, so it's called the trade by barter system. That was trading because there was no system of exchanging money and all of that. So they what they do is trade by barter. So let's say for example now I have a laptop, and then you have 5 tubers of yam. So I can I can decide, okay, well, we are going to agree. I'll give you the laptop, and then you give me the 5 tubers of yam. So that's exchange. I exchange something for something else. So I am giving out something to get something else. So that's trading. So then to our time, fast forward to the time that we are now. Um let's say for example now I am a Nigerian that wants to buy something from Japan. Or let me use pounds. Let me use US. I'm a Nigerian and I want to import goods from US. So you know that I am not going to be paying with Nigerian naira, but I'm going to be paying with US dollars. So I'm going to be exchanging naira for dollars, and then I'll be using those dollars to purchase those goods I want to import from US to Nigeria. So that's trading. And many people do it, but they don't know that they are actually trading. Because now when you hear the word trading, the first place our minds will go to is the charts. We see indicators moving up and down. But every day by day, like our daily life, we are trading. But just that some might not really know, or maybe they have not just been taught and all of that. So that's trading. So trading did not just start today. It actually started many years ago. Many and many. It's quite a very plenty years ago. Yes. So and in those days, um trading was not common to just the average person. What do I mean by that? In those days, let's say now you want to trade Euro USD. Just to trade that pair, you might be needing a volume up to, let's say, maybe 40 million, 50 million, just to be able to place a position on that pair. You get? So, and the average person does not have access to that kind of equity, to that kind of money as of then. So yes, so why is it that now me and you, the average person, to an extent, we have access to trading the financial market? Now, this will now bring us back to our second topic for today. Bring us to our second topic for today, which is the market makers. Now, um, the market makers, they are like the bodies that make up the market, and they are in rankings. Number one, we have um big institutions, we have hedge funds, even we have CBN, that's the central bank, and all these guys. So they are the number one in the ranking of the market makers. And in crypto term, there's what we call whales. These whales are people who they come into the market with high volumes of money. You understand? Just a single position that these whales open, it moves the market. So these guys, they are in the markets with higher volumes, with higher volumes. On the second, then we have the brokers. So it is because of the brokers that it is now possible for me and you to trade the financial market, because the brokers are acting as middlemen between us and the real guys, like the real people that actually move the market. So the brokers are acting as middlemen. So the brokers are acting as middlemen between us and them. Yeah. So and um currently, or as of the last time I checked it, the total volume that is being traded in the financial market, I think should be up to 7 trillion, 7 trillion USD, or maybe more than that. So you can see that it is quite a lot. So, and then when I say the financial market, it makes up because we don't just have, maybe the most common one is forex market, but we don't just have only forex market. We have both stocks, we have both futures, we have both indices. Yeah, we have both, yeah, stocks, commodities, futures, indices, crypto, and then we have forex. Yes, so we have what we call the market makers to get, and a good understanding of the market makers is very paramount, because these guys are the ones that actually move the market, you get. So then, coming to our third list, we have what we call types of traders. So now you decide that you want to become a trader. You have understood the history of trading, and then you now understand what actually makes up the market. There's what we call the market makers, and you have understood the ranking down from the top to the. So we are called retail traders in the supply chain. In the supply chain, that's after we have the CBN, the high institutions, hedge funds, then brokers, and then the last is, they call them retail traders, and that's me and you. You get, that's me and you, that we come into the market to trade, to make money, to actually make profit. So they call us retail traders. So now you have decided that you want to become a trader. So we have types of traders. We have people they call swing traders, people they call snipers, people they call day traders, and people they call position traders. And each of these types of traders have their do's and don'ts. They have the element that actually make it. For example, snipers, for example, sniper traders. When it comes to the charts now, they mostly work with 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, like that. Day traders, they can work from 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Swing traders can work with daily 4 hours and all of that. While position traders can work with monthly, weekly, and daily time frame and all of that. So depending on the one you choose, very important, depending on the volume of the amount you have access to trade with, depending on your schedule and your time, the amount of time you have to spend on the market, yes, and all of that. So those things are factors that will determine. So most likely, retail traders will fall in the line of snipers, day traders, and swing traders. Why? Because position traders, now look at the time frame they work with, monthly, weekly, and daily. Number one, you know that the volume of amounts that these guys work with, me and you, we might not have access to that kind of volume. And if you even look at the supply chain, sometimes these big institutions, they don't trade to make money per se, but they trade, let's say, for the reason of liquidity. That we'll explain that one another day. And also maybe like the government of your nation now, maybe they want to work on inflation and deflation and all of that, so they can pump in money, or they can do all of that. So these guys, they might not really be trading to make profits, you get. So that's why they mostly are in the line of position traders, you get. So we have position traders, we have swing traders, we have retail traders, um we have day traders, sniper traders. Retail traders, they can leave their position like over to the next week, you get. There are some people, they are not really comfortable with that thing. Like day traders now, they like to open their position and close it within that same day. They don't like sleeping over their trades. And yeah, and so snipers, they like to go and come out maybe 1 hour, they are done trading for that day, and they are off to do whatever they want to do. So each of these works, it actually works. It's just that, just depending on maybe your personality, your schedule, the amount you have access to trade with and all of that. So the fourth one, different market being traded, we have already mentioned that. So number one, we have forex. Number two, we have crypto. Number three, we have stocks. Number four, we have commodities. So forex examples: Euro USD, NZD USD, CHF, JPY, and all these pairs. So forex, talking about trading different currency pairs, different pairs, currency pairs, and all of that. We also have GBP USD, AUD USD, and we also have CHF JPY and all of that. Stocks, yeah, stocks. So you can decide that, okay, what you want to trade companies, you want to trade businesses. So we have businesses that have done IPO, that's they have gone public. So their shares now is now open, like is now to the public. So anyone that has enough knowledge, that has the requisite level of knowledge, can come in now and decide that they want to purchase shares of those companies. So you can decide that you want to trade stocks. There are traders that they actually trade stocks. For example, we have Tesla, we have Apple, we have Amazon, Microsoft, and all of that. So crypto, you can decide that, okay, it's crypto I want to focus on. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and all of that. So if crypto is what you are comfortable with, then you can decide to trade crypto. And also we have commodities, that's gold, beans, oil, and all of that. So yes, so that's the different markets being traded, and each of these markets have have their do's and don'ts. They have their, like, there's something we call options. You get options. There are a lot of things you need to learn before you can be able to trade options. Even stock too. There are a lot of things you need to understand to comfortably trade stocks, even crypto too, and then even forex too. So yes. So we recap again. First of all, the history of trading, then also market makers, that's the people that actually make up the market. Then we have types of traders. So all you just have to do is to decide on what kind of trader you want to become, and then different markets being traded, what actually makes up the financial markets: forex, stocks, crypto, commodities, even volatility. So yes, and all of that. So from next time, we are going to actually go deeper into trading. And so that's going to be all for today, and thank you.